Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today we are making a mermaid scale wreath with a big old bow right on top of it. And for those who love Leo, he is all over this video. Let's get started. Today we're going to attempt to make a wreath right here. I don't know, somehow this cat needs to go, but a lot of you have been asking where he is. Well, today he's here in the middle of my studio. All right. So first I want to show you the inspiration ribbon for this wreath. It is absolutely stunning. I got it at Craft Outlet. I'll give you the link for this because it's beautiful. Look at these colors. Look at the gorgeous kind of aqua color, then the purple, and this is like a dark pinkish red right along the corals and on the starfish right here. I decided to make a mermaid scale wreath, and usually you can make this wreath with so many colors, as many as you want. You can make 20 if you want, but I decided to stick to the purple that's on here and the pink that's on these little accents. It'll make it pop a little bit. And then I have this gorgeous beauty that I've had for a while. It's like an iridescent teal color. And usually for a mermaid scale wreath, you don't really do a bow. You kind of leave it as it is laid out, and you'll see what I mean. But we are going to attempt to break that rule and make a gorgeous bow with these two ribbons. And I think it'll be fine because the white in here will break that kind of dark with the purple and pink, and we're just going to go for it. I don't know how we're going to do this, but this cat is just like, I'm going nowhere. Say hello, my little pretty. Hi, baby. Hi. As usual, I'm going to be using the 14-inch metal wreath form from the Dollar Tree. And of course, we're going to need pipe cleaners. Our wreath form is in 6 sections, and we're going to put 12 of these petals in each section. Here's how this works. Our deco mesh is 10 inches by 10 yards. 10 yards is 360 inches. Divide that by the 10 inches that we're going to be cutting our deco mesh into. So basically we're going to be making 10 by 10 inches here. And you're going to have 36 petals per roll. We're going to have 2 rolls. So we should have 72 petals from these 2 rolls. This will make for a very full wreath here. As for the pipe cleaners, I'm going to cut them into 4-inch strips. They're usually 12 inches long, so I just fold them like that. And of course, when I'm done, I'm going to fold them into a little V, so they are ready to be used. Now it's time to cut our deco mesh into 10-inch strips. I'm going to be using a rotary cutter, but you can use a heating tool or some scissors. Here is my pink deco mesh all cut up, and before I move on to the purple one, I wanted to show you how I store it while I'm cutting it. And as you can see, they're all separate. They're all just in their own little loops, I guess, not touching. And when I pick them up, there's no problem, there's no tangling, there is no fraying, and that is important because before we even make the petals, we don't want any fraying. So every step of the way when making wreaths, we have to be careful with the deco mesh. The purple one is really hard to see against my blue background over here, but I'm just going to continue making my 10-inch little strips, and I'll be back so we can make the petals. As you can see, as I'm trying to cut my deco mesh, the supervisor had to come and check my work, but right now we're going to say bye-bye to him once again. We are ready to make our little mermaid scales. First things first, I'm going to grab our little piece of deco mesh. I'm going to roll it out so it's still curling in this way. And I'm going to bring it together where the seams are right there, and you want the smooth end to be on the sides, because that is what's going to go on top. So right here, I just like to kind of hold it in the center, bring it from this side, bring it from that side, and we're going to make a little bow. My supervisor set on my little pipe cleaners. Now I'm just going to bring a pipe cleaner here. I'm going to give it a little twist, and then I'm going to put it straight on our wreath form right here. Now that it's attached to our wreath form, I'm going to take one of the tails and fold it back so that it's all folding kind of in and surrounding our wreath. I know right now it looks really thin and you can see the wiring, but don't forget we are going to fill this in. Then I'm going to grab the next one. As I said, the cut edges are at top, at the bottom. The really nice edging is on the sides, and I just kind of put my hand right in the center, bring it from one side, bring it from another, just kind of just like that. Just bring it together. Grab our pipe cleaner here, give it a little twist, and then we're going to just bring it together in the back, and it's going to be pretty short. So if you're not comfortable with this, definitely just cut the pipe cleaners in half, but I like it this way because I'm done with it. I locked it in, no cutting, nothing. So this one is going to lay right against this one, and then this one we're going to turn inside out, and you already have a little pattern happening over here. And I'm just going to go every other, pink and lilac, pink and lilac. There you go. In the center, bring it in, bring it in. Grab a pipe cleaner here, make it nice and tight, a twist or two, just twisting it in place in the back. There you go. And this section we're going to flip, and we're just going to continue going, and you can already see this beautiful kind of pink and lilac design happening. It is going to be so elegant and pretty. And then just imagine it with this bow on top. It is going to be gorgeous. One thing about this wreath to keep in mind that yes, it might fray on the edges, but we're going to just keep it nice and tight. And that's why I stuck to 10 inches, is because I wanted to make sure that I have plenty of decoupage little pieces, and that we have 12 per each section, so each section is nice and filled. At the end, when all of our petals are in place, it's going to look stunning. Look at the elegance of this wreath. I absolutely love it, and the fraying is kind of being held together by that next petal and the next petal and the next petal. So we are just going to go ahead and continue doing this all the way around, and 12 of these petals per section. Now it's time to make a beautiful bow for our wreath. I'm going to measure 14 inches for our tail and put it right in the center of our bow maker. But before I do that, let's put a little pipe cleaner right underneath there so we can bring this bow together at the end. Now I'm going to start twisting in the center, because this is definitely a two-sided type of ribbon, and I'm going to go for 5-inch loops, or 10 altogether, 5 inches right there, and twist. Just measuring off 14 inches for the second tail. And now I'm going to get this sparkly teal. And this one I got on sale after the holidays. It was originally $10. And I don't remember if I got it for 70% off, but it was something quite large like that. Now this one is very much double-sided, but I'm still going to twist to make sure it has like the same amount of gloss, and I'm still going to be doing 5 inches. And these types of bows are so easy to do. Now we're just going to take it off our bow maker right along with our pipe cleaner, and I like to press it down as much as I can right in here. 2 good twists, and let's send it to the back. And here I'm actually going to put in another pipe cleaner. I'm putting in this pipe cleaner because the wreath is quite fluffy, and I want to make sure that I have enough wire to reach to the back of the wreath form so we can tie it in place. And this one I'm just going to twist in place. Let's look at this wreath one more time before we put our bow on, and just play around with it. If there's anything that's out of place or needs to be untwisted, this is the time to do it. And just make sure everything's just laying really nicely and smoothly and all going in one direction, looking so pretty and elegant. Now this bow, I know it's a big contrast here with the green and teal, and then you have the purple and pinks, but because of this pretty little bow, it brings everything so nicely together. Now the trick here is to find the spot where we're going to go in. I'm going on an intersection, and one of my wires is going on this side and the other one's on this side. I know the bow's looking really sad right now because I smushed it, but we are going to take care of that. I'm going to put this on lightly right now. I'm not going to cut it or anything like that because I want to make sure that the bow's in the right place before we do anything. Now we start working on our bow. We're just going to bring it up. When you're bringing the loops up, don't just bring it up, especially the ones in the center. Bring it up and give it a little twist and kind of make it work right here so it's all fluffy and beautiful, not just bringing it up and then you could tell where the separation is. Twist them a little bit at the bottom right here. Now we're going to fan out these guys in the back. These I want to be a little bit on the flatter side. The teal one I want poofed up. Don't forget they were all 5-inch little loops, but they are going to work beautifully together. Look at this. It looks so beautiful. And then of course we are going to work on the tail. So first things first, we're going to make dovetails, and then we're going to do my favorite thing to do with long ribbon tails like this. We're going to make what I call banner tails. Here's how we do it. We're going to find the center and fold it back, and of course you can do it as high, as low as you would like. And what I'm going to do is, you can see where the tail is going to the center right here, and I'm going to pinch it right here. Give it a nice pinch. Then just like I pinched it, I'm going to just bring it back, and then we're going to have a little bit of a wave going on. I'm going to do the same thing here. We're going to pinch it, and just like we pinched it, we're just going to bring it back. Just a little action like that. On the side, this is what it's going to look like, but it just gives life to the little tails. And if you don't want to do banner bows, that's just fine. You can definitely just leave it down and just make dovetails on the ends. So whichever way you like, that's fine, but I'm going to go ahead and make banner little tails right here. Give it a little 3D action here. Poof it up a little bit, and when we hang it up, it's going to look a lot nicer. Here is how the bow turned out at the end, and I just wanted to show you a quick trick of the trade here. The reason these look so perfect and nice together side by side is because I put a little packing tape right here. You could see it glistening a little bit, because I just found that's the only way this kind of looked really nice together, because I think the bow looks absolutely fabulous here, but as the tails went down, it looked a little messy to me, so I decided to kind of like wave them together. So that is what I did.